been there for a little while. The weatherman says 20 degrees today. Kind of worried about that because I went 22 and my co-host went 23 degrees today. Well, it doesn't look like either of us are going to get there. But let's hope the weatherman doesn't either. That way I'll feel much better. It's Monday, March 29th, and I tell you what, for everybody watching, Friday, I'll give you Friday off, all right? So you can go into work and say to your boss, no, Grant's giving me the day off, and to make it extra special, you can have Monday off as well. How's that? Next Monday. We'll call it Easter. What do you reckon? Great idea. But in the meantime, we've got a whole week ahead of us, and what a way to kick things off. For everybody joining us right now, I tell you what, let me just do this. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and I'm absolutely elated today. We have legends in the house, and believe me, you couldn't get better. You really couldn't. Somebody that I've been playing, for a long time in radio. I really have. The Hammond Brothers, Dale and Gail, are joining us live, and I've been told that there is an engineer in the background there somewhere wandering around back there as well. We might utilise him. We never know what we might do with the extras sometimes. You know what I mean? Yeah, we can have some fun with them. Tina is joining us, coming out of Oklahoma, and Tina, we want to give love to Angel as well. Nice to have you guys on board. Gibson Cage. Gibson! Get in touch with us. We want to catch up with you. It has been a minute, my friend. Come on, Gibson. Get back to us. Let's do another interview in the near future. What do you reckon? Well, everybody that's online right now, thank you so much for joining us. But if you're going to be watching this a little later on, you know what to do, right? Yeah. Sub, thumb, bell. Bingo. Bell because of notifications. You know it. When we have important people, believe me, this is red carpet stuff today. The Hammond Brothers are joining us, and if you don't believe me, check this out. Here on Galaxy is the sound of silence. Woohoo! We're off.
Hey, that was great.
Brilliant. Guys, I've got to thank you for the stingers, the voiceovers you guys have done.
Oh, yes.
Well, it was a pleasure. Yeah, we enjoyed that. Absolutely. Thanks, DJ.
Yeah, and
DJ, we love to act silly sometimes.
Oh, that's okay. And believe me, I've had so many people get in touch with us saying, "Do you drink moonshine at work?" You guys have got me in trouble.
I'm sorry about that.
I'm sorry, DJ.
We were just spoofing, right?
Of course we're
You don't drink. You don't drink.
I don't drink. I love DJ.
Stop that. I just didn't.
Oh, believe me. But I did say yes.
Great, thank you.
I had to back it up. You guys aren't vegans by any chance, are you?
No.
No.
Okay. Have you ever tried a vegan sausage?
I've never tried one, no.
Oh, okay. I'm just trying to figure out if they're made of real vegans or not.
I don't know. We would be willing, though, wouldn't we?
I would be willing, but no.
Just little bites, though.
I don't think I could ever do a vegan diet. Whew.
No, me neither. Here's a good question for you. You see a couple of vegans at the pub one night getting a few drinks under them, and then before you know it, at the end of the night, they're out in the car park having a knuckle up. Do you still call it a beef?
Oh.
I don't know.
I think so.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Would they get slapped in the chops?
They would.
Probably.
Please, I have to go to the professionals to find this information out because nobody else is telling me.
Hey, DJ, on the way down, we were flying from Tennessee to Pennsylvania, is where we are now, and we were flying in Pennsylvania. And on the way there, a guy put his hand on Gil's leg on the airplane, didn't he, Gil?
Yeah.
Hey, what'd you say to him anyway?
I told him I'll give you an hour to stop it. No, I love women, and that's a good joke.
It is funny.
Why did you have to say me?
Because I'm you to me.
Yeah, right.
Tell you what, guys, let's go to the desk and let's have some fun.
All right.
And the sign flashed out its warning.
I got to be honest, I was lost in thought there. Nice to have everybody along. And Sound of Silence, yeah, Paul Simon, Art Garfunkel, the originals. Wonder whatever happened to Garfunkel. I know where Simon is, but yeah, don't hear much of Garfunkel these days. Maybe he's hiding their hairstyle. You never know. Joining us today, and I am absolutely honoured, very humbly, I got to introduce to you the Hammond Brothers. Welcome to Galaxy, guys.
Thanks, DJ. Good to be here, DJ. We're really glad to be here. You sound fantastic. Got a great voice, and we're impressed to be here. Aren't we, guys?
Yes, we are. We love DJ and Barbara both.
We sure
I
do.
think you guys are fantastic.
Well, I'm very, very humbled to hear that. I really, really am, because believe me, in my career as a DJ for radio stations around the world even, never once do you ever think that you're going to meet up with legends such as yourself, sung at the Grand Ole Opry, in the Hall of Fame. The whole gambit, guys, believe me, if anybody is humbled, it's certainly me today.
Oh, well,
I'll
thank you.
tell you, DJ, we're just as humbled
And honored.
and honored to be here. And what a voice. You're Mr. Golden Voice. We love it. We love it.
Thank you, thank you. It took me a couple of weeks to work on it.
Okay. Yeah, I would imagine you worked on it more than a couple of weeks.
Oh, I imagine, yeah.
Probably
I would say so.
Your whole life.
DJ, you know the song Sound of Silence, what made us decide to cut that was all the stuff. If you listen to that song, it's about everything that's going on today. It's just really weird, so we decided to go in the studio.
Yeah, it fit with what's going on today. Absolutely, yeah.
In fact, we cut a couple of their songs. And what happened again with Paul Simon?
Well, he gave us a call and said, "Thank you for cutting my song. I love how you guys did it. Thank you for that."
And
Of course, it made him money.
Yeah,
It made him.
plus we were honored to do it. We
We
love
were
the song.
honored to do it, DJ.
exactly. Now, at the same time, believe me, it would be fascinating getting a call from Paul Simon. It really, really would.
Yeah.
Got to let you know, I've been pre-warned here. A couple of friends of yours have said, you got to be very, very wary of Dale and Gale. And that is, of course, you remember Roger Adams.
Roger Adams.
Roger Adams. It sounds familiar.
Yeah, he's worked with, I think you've been to his house or something like that. Birthday party.
Yeah.
Roger
Okay.
Adams.
Roger
Okay.
Adams.
Okay. And Anthony Ligori has said to me, don't get any photos of them in onesies.
Don't
Oh,
say.
yeah.
He said. Anthony said what?
Don't get any photos of them in onesies.
Okay.
Now we produced. Didn't we produce a record?
I think we produced and sang. He asked us to do it. We don't do it for a lot of people because we gave up background session a long time ago. But we did it for him. We produced and did the background on his latest song, Midnight in Memphis.
Midnight Memphis. Yeah, we actually did the background and arrangement on
Produced it.
and produced it. Yeah.
Right. Well, believe me, he's very, very impressed with you. Same with Roger Adams. Now, you may be finding it rather difficult to remember Roger. He very, very, well, before we actually got the intros from you guys, he did one for you. Check this out.
Hey everybody,
Okay.
This is Roger Adams, singer, songwriter, and Nashville recording artist. You're listening to Galaxy 107 FM, and coming up next, the Hammond Brothers.
Okay, I remember Roger. Now I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
And,
Sorry about Roger. Sorry, Roger.
Yeah,
I remember. Thanks to DJ, he jolted our memory.
well, as soon as he found out that you guys were coming on the show, he got in right away, sent me a voice introduction for your music. We use it all the time here.
Right, he's a fantastic entertainer too,
Thank you.
DJ.
And-
He's a great entertainer
Yeah,
too.
that's right.
And one of the best songs that we attach it to would happen to be It Never Rains in Southern California.
Yeah,
This
great
al-
song.
this-
Great song.
this also-
Absolutely.
Now Albert Hammond is our first cousin. Did you know that?
I was wondering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a lot older than we are, and quite a bit older than we are. But we love that song so much that we decided to do it.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. In fact, I was leading up to that. But at the same time, tell me your version of this. Why did you choose to do this version?
Say it again. I'm sorry. It's hard to hear a little bit.
That's okay. I speak funny.
Oh yeah, this big hotel we're in. There's a lot of echo here, so it just echoes. Go ahead. DJ.
Okay. So knowing that it's a cover, Why did you choose this song to cover?
Oh, well, you know, it's just
We like the feel of it.
I love the feel of it, and it was made for a duo.
And it was written by Hammond, so why not the Hammond Brothers do it?
And in fact, we sent him a copy of what we did, and he never got back with us. I guess he got pissed off because we did a better job than he did. I don't know.
That I can believe. I really, really can. So right here, live, with, of course, Dale and Gail Hammond, the legendary Hammond Brothers. Here they are. It Never Rains in Southern California. How hot is it where you are, guys?
It's kind of cool today here. Rainy and kind of cool.
Yeah, it's raining outside here too, but it's 84.7 degrees Fahrenheit inside here.
Wow. I'm jealous, man. I'm jealous. I want to be there.
Oh,
Warm.
it's hot.
You guys have your winter when we have our summer, right?
Yeah.
In fact, it's Monday there, right, DJ?
It is. It's Sunday over there, Sunday evening, isn't it?
Right, Sunday here.
You guys don't really have cold weather, do you?
Yeah, we get our share, but I tell you what, down the bottom of the South Island is closer to the pole. We get a lot of snow and sleet and stuff down there. But where we are up here, it's warmer, it's a better climate, it really, really is. But we do get our share of weather, I got to admit. Especially where we are in this town, because we have our own biosphere. We're surrounded by hills.
Oh, no kidding.
So,
DJ, is there a lot of different types of animals in New Zealand?
As far as
Wild animals?
nothing that'll kill you.
Well, that's good there. That's good there.
I was talking to a guy coming out of Florida just before you guys, and he's kind of used to things like alligators and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
None of that. In fact, their most venomous animal, insect, is actually a daddy longlegs.
Oh, no snakes?
And very seldom DJ do they bite. I'm not so worried about the four-legged animals. I'm more worried about the two-legged ones. It's dangerous rather than the four-legged ones.
Don't worry about that. Barbara will introduce you to plenty of them.
Okay.
Right.
She's got lots of friends. She does.
But New Zealand's got beautiful landscape. And I figured they would at least have poisonous snakes. Not even poisonous snakes. Right?
No.
Wow.
No,
I want to go there.
believe me, the most dangerous thing is probably down the South Island. It's my mother.
Oh, your mother. Your mother.
DJ, what about in Australia? There's a lot of bad snakes, right?
Oh yeah, and especially if you go to Parliament.
Oh my goodness! Yeah.
It's full of them.
I think there's a few. I think there's a few over in America too.
Yeah, one or two I would say,
Hi,
but at
Anthony.
least you've got
Nice
past
to
the
join
strange
them.
hairstyle over there.
Exactly. It's the same everywhere, the DJ. Yeah.
You know, the one thing about Biden being president over there is I can't make fun of him like I used to with Trump.
Right.
Okay.
All that stopped.
Yeah,
about
it
right.
kind of did. I mean, that hair. What did they
We
feed
still do
it?
it.
You still do it.
We tried.
Bring him back for another round just for fun. Let's have some fun. Let's go back to the desk. Hold on. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and well, we got to congratulate everybody. 74 countries are tuned in right now, 114 cities around the world are hooked up for the Hammond Brothers, including Brendan Warner's watching us right now. Thank you for that. Gary Harkema is joining us as well. Kia ora, bro. Nice to have you on board. And believe me, it is a very, very special day today. Speaking to Dale and Gail Hammond here at Galaxy. This is absolutely fantastic. Now, guys, I'm kind of struggling over the word fraternal. I know what a frat is.
Right?
Yeah. How did you guys become fraternal twins then? Did you have to go to university to get that?
We did.
We
We didn't. We flunked out.
Actually, DJ, we are fraternal twins. We're not identical. I'm 7 minutes older than Dale, so.
And before we were born.
But he looks older than I do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Stop that.
I'm one of the pretty ones.
You stop that.
I'm the prettiest.
Girls say I'm the prettiest.
No, they say
Stop,
I'm the
stop.
pretty one.
Before we were born, DJ, we were moonmates.
Moonmates, not roommates.
Wombmates.
Yeah, I get that. Tight spaces, really. Not a lot of alcohol in there. But having said that, now, we were discussing, and believe me, we would love to have you here in New Zealand. Would you consider coming to New Zealand to play in front of New Zealand audiences?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, we would.
We love New Zealand people. Everyone we've met from New Zealand so far, we really thought.
And we've met a few, especially you and Barbara.
Sorry.
You're fantastic people.
We met that guy from New Zealand, remember?
You mean the one in jail?
Stop that.
Yeah, well, we weren't in jail. But no, DJ, you and Barbara, if any of the people in New Zealand are like you, will come tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Because you guys are fantastic.
We-
I'm sure they're really fantastic audiences.
And they're great country music lovers, still.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, they are, and believe me, I'm kind of scared about bringing you to New Zealand because you'll never leave. They won't let you.
Well, we love that one.
We would just buy a place to stay.
And I bet there's lots of pretty New Zealand girls too. I'll bet.
Oh, believe me, there's plenty of them. And, we do have a few crazy things that we do here in New Zealand, though. We're kind of nuts here in New Zealand. I hope you're prepared for that.
Oh, what would that be, DJ?
Okay, have you ever heard of a hoo-hoo grub?
A hoo-hoo grub?
Yeah.
Hoo-hoo grub.
A hoo-hoo grub.
No, what is
I've
it?
never heard of that.
Okay, you're familiar with a caterpillar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like, well, it's like a caterpillar on steroids. It's like a double-decker bus to a mini, actually.
Right.
It's big, it's white, it's got a black head, and believe me, I'll send you the instructional videos, don't you worry about that. And what you do, and I do recommend a bit of alcohol, be it moonshine or anything else, prior, usually before, sometimes during, you'll be surprised, sometimes during, and mostly afterwards. And what you do is you rip off the head, don't eat the head, it's yucky, but when you put it in your mouth, the live body in your mouth, and crunch down on it,
Oh, God.
it's like eating creamy peanut butter.
Oh, no kidding.
Are you kidding? You're kidding me, right?
No, I'm not
Tastes
actually.
like butter.
Yeah.
Doesn't taste like chicken, right?
So,
No, many things do, I got to admit, but this one doesn't.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, I'd have to try it, wouldn't you?
DJ, could I personally skip that part of it?
Well, you know, the thing is this, and believe me, we will send you the video, but New Zealand is made up of 3 islands. Right down the bottom, we have an island, it's called Stewart Island. In fact, the only island in New Zealand that actually got a name.
Wow.
Because then whoever named New Zealand ran out of imagination, called the next one South, and where we are, we're in the north.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, no imagination there. But Stuart got a name, if you know what I mean. And, well, down the west coast of the South Island, which is rather longish, is a place called Hokitika. And they have a wild food festival down there. I've just been told that it's coming up soon, actually. The Wild Foods Festival down there. You're used to festivals, you know, kids wandering around, hot dogs, candy floss, stuff like that.
Wow.
Yeah, not there.
we have to come to New Zealand. We really do.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
You do.
Hey, DJ, I don't know if you know Ray Walker or not, the Jordanaires. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
I'd like to give a hello to Ray because I know he's watching. So,
Hey, Ray, we love
we
you.
love you, Ray. I told you DJ was a great guy.
DJ is the cool man. He is.
I don't know him personally, but I do know the name. I've heard that name before. Steve Admiral's watching as well. No, kia ora, bro. Nice to have you on board. Anthony Ligori is definitely watching. Merv Pitty, New Zealand artist, is watching as well. Terry Van Cannon is joining us. Shimmer Johnson, welcome back. And Robert Gillies. Kia ora, bro. Nice to have you on board. Legends today. We're joined by the Hammond Brothers. Now, guys, have you ever heard of a place called Queenstown?
Queenstown.
Queenstown.
No,
Never have.
I haven't.
Okay, we don't want to confuse it with the Australian Queensland. That's where men wander around in dresses or something, apparently.
We don't want to go there.
We're not into that.
Yeah,
We
no.
don't want to go there.
No, but in Queenstown, you never know who you might bump into down there. In fact, it's a little boutique town come city. Well, it wants to be a city anyway. But as I said, you never know who you might bump into. Shania Twain owns property down there, and
I did not know that.
Like Shania Twain.
It's the kind of place where all the A-listers go to get away from the paparazzi. From let's go and take a significant other and just go and hide out for a while.
Exactly.
Kevin Costner was down there. Keanu Reeves was down there. Tom Cruise was down there. All sorts of people hanging out down there. Problem is, you don't want to hang out with me.
Wow, no, why wouldn't they, DJ?
Why wouldn't they?
Well, you see, I'll throw you off a bridge.
Hey, DJ,
Okay.
we come there, we'll hang out, I promise.
We will.
Nice. Well, as long as you're prepared to be thrown off a bridge, I don't mind, because down there we have a thing called bungee jumping.
Oh, I don't want to bungee jump.
Well,
I'll tell you,
Does you do that, DJ?
Yeah.
You bungee jump?
Yeah, I do
You
quite
really?
regularly.
Really?
In fact, the guy who brought this sport to New Zealand is a good friend of mine. So, yeah, we make a habit of dropping in there. Now, don't worry about it because you're not Australian. We'll attach the bungee.
Oh, thank you, I appreciate that.
That'll help a lot.
Thank you. That would hurt if you didn't.
Do you push them off without the bungee cord every now and then?
I would love to.
Man, there's something I would love to push without a bungee cord.
Yes.
Yep. Well, I'll tell you what we can do while we're down there, and believe me, you'll love this, is the Shotover River. And down there they have these jet boats. They can go so fast that they turn the things inside out, upside down, all around, and you won't spill a drop of your beer.
You're kidding?
No
me.
kidding. Wow.
Yeah, I like a good beer once in a while, a good cold beer.
That would sound like a lot of fun, though.
Let me ask him something too about New Zealand. DJ, do they have any largemouth bass fishing, or what's the fishing like? I love to fish when I get a chance.
Yeah. We love that's more sports.
We don't actually have bass, but we can take you fishing, absolutely, believe me. And check this out. You can do the salmon fishing, is it?
Oh,
yeah,
that's
we can
fun.
do that. Or we can take you out and do off the shore fishing if you're after something like that. Better yet, you see, now this is going to really interest you because our Prime Minister is actually a female. She's a woman. Her name is Jacinda Ardern. Her husband is a charter fisherman and takes you out for the real fish.
No kidding.
And we would love to be able to take you out and really go after stuff like marlin, for instance. You know what I mean?
Oh,
That would be fun. Yeah.
Hey man, if we do it, I'm gonna hold you to that. I want to go.
BJ,
I'd love to go.
is there any freshwater fish there?
Oh yeah,
Freshwater.
oh yeah, absolutely. Believe me, we have all kinds of fishing if you're interested in fishing, right down to trout.
Wow.
Oh yeah, that would be fun.
That's fantastic.
We love to fish. It's our favorite pastime is fishing and singing, of course.
Okay.
We did a TV show that we're doing right now called Hook, Line, and Singer.
That's cool. In fact, Terry Van Cannon is watching at the moment. He's got a song called Hook, Line, and Sinker. Yeah, believe me, which is rather funny actually. So
Good minds think alike.
exactly, and he's a great artist himself. So props to Terry Van Cannon. Now, at the same time, guys, as a fan, how do we get hold of you? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram? But more importantly, do you respond?
Yes,
We do.
DJ, we do respond. And there's a lot of people out there. I can't respond to all of them. It would be impossible. But
A lot of them.
you can find the Hammond Brothers at www.thehammondbrothers.com, or you can find us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook and everywhere else.
Oh, yeah, and a lot of times on Facebook, usually you'll catch me or Gail, and you'll be able to talk.
Usually, but I don't spend a lot of time on Facebook. I just don't have the time. But you can find us. We're very easy to get a hold of.
And but we love talking to fans, right?
We do. We do.
You shouldn't have said that. You'll be there all day now. You
I
really
know.
will be. But believe me, Gail, I don't. I just don't. No. Simply,
I don't have the time.
Yeah.
DJ, I just don't have the time.
Exactly. I'm in that same bracket. Unfortunately, by the time I get here to work, I might roll in about 1 o'clock in the morning and be lucky to move out of here by about 9 o'clock at night. So believe me, I put in a pretty full day. I just don't have the time to sit down.
You do it. Yeah, right. I'm sure you don't. It's like we do. But I wanted to ask you, not to change the subject again, but I wanted to ask you how many viewers are watching?
How many? Not sure at the
What do you
moment.
say?
I wouldn't. Well, look, to be honest, I'd hate to give it a guess. To be very honest, but there's a few. I can tell you, and I will tell you at the end of the show, how many were online with the radio, listening to this all around the world. And I mean, 114 cities in the world. Fantastic. It really is. But I can't tell here, unfortunately,
Right.
how many.
Yeah, I'm right.
Right.
I'm sure you have that many countries. I'm sure there's.
But I imagine the radio station goes out to a lot of people, right?
I'm sure.
Yeah. How many was it? 74 countries at the moment.
74 countries.
That's a lot.
I see why you don't have time to talk to people. I see why. You're a superstar, DJ.
Well, DJ producing a show like that takes a lot of work. You and Barbara have to work at that.
Oh,
I imagine it keeps you busy all the time.
All the time, and I tell you what, believe me, we are so booked up, it is ridiculous. I think we're booked up for the next 3-4 months almost.
Well,
I can see why they do a great job.
it goes to show that the personalities, the voice, Barbara and you work together, good together, and you do a lot for people.
And you know what I like about him, Gil, about Barbara and him? You guys have personalities, and you're not afraid to show your personality and be funny. And that's what it's really about, being funny and having a good time. Right, Gil?
Absolutely. And we feel so at home here, DJ. We really feel at home.
Well, you know what? When you get here, it will probably be your home. We're not going to let you leave, literally, be warned there. But
Good.
I also want to talk to you about showing you around places that, well, you know, not everybody gets to see. There's some privileged places that we can show you, like the Fox Glacier, for instance. You will love that. You really, really will. But are you into wine at all?
Yes.
I do like a certain amount of red wine, which is really good for you.
Yeah.
We're not heavy drinkers. I never have been, but I do like good wine.
Yes.
Nice.
I really do.
We would love to take you around a couple of the more famous wineries here in New Zealand, and believe me, world class, absolutely world class. So
We'd love to see it.
Love to see it. I love that. That'd be great.
Are you guys familiar with Lord of the Rings?
Yes,
Yes,
I am.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
we are.
Okay,
It
well,
was filmed there.
yeah,
Right.
about an hour and a half drive away from this office right now is the original set of Hobbiton, and we'd love to
I
take
have to
you.
see that. I want to see that.
You got to
Yeah.
take us there. You
Oh.
got to see it.
Well, the staff will have to take you. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed in anymore.
Oh, yeah, they might keep you,
It
right?
might keep you with that beard.
Well, yeah, they might keep me, but for different reasons. Unfortunately, one of the security guards, you know those little golf carts that the security guards go riding around in?
Yeah.
Yeah, went missing apparently.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Hey, listen, you got to see that place.
well, if we come, there might be another one missing.
Yeah, well, that could happen too. This one apparently ended up in the middle of Lake Rotorua, so no worries.
Oh, wow.
What happened? What happened, DJ?
Well, I got a friend of mine who's got a helicopter, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, well, you know, the security guard really got me upset, so I made his golf cart disappear.
Oh man, took it for a ride.
The weird thing about it is that they really can't kick me out of there because Peter Jackson, the guy who produced the movie, is actually a friend of mine. I went to university with him.
Wow. No kidding.
Yeah, I'd struggle to call him sir. I've got to be honest with you guys. Peter Jackson is just Peter. You know what I mean? And I struggle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I struggle to call him sir. If anything, I'd be calling you guys sir if you had that title.
No.
Literally.
Hey, DJ, you call us Dale and Gail.
That's right. Amen. We love that.
Well, believe me, I think you're worth a knighthood. No worries anyway. You really, really are. You've put
Thank you.
so many years into your music. And Tim
We,
Steinbeck,
we want DJ to take a sword and knight me and you.
Oh, yeah,
Sir
yeah.
Dale, Sir Gail.
That's right. New Zealand 90.
There you
That's
go.
right. We want to, DJ, we want to be knighty. Can you handle it for us?
Well, I'll take care of it for you. Don't worry, I've got a big sword.
problem.
I'm sure.
All
I'm sure I could find one. But in the meantime, let's get back to the music. And I want to talk to you about "I Want to Rock You, Baby."
I want to rock with you, baby. What a great song. Yeah, had a lot of fun. We wrote that traveling.
Yeah, we were traveling, and one of the producers called us that I'd worked with and said, "You guys need to do some more rockabilly because you're in the Rockabilly Hall of Fame. Do some modern rockabilly."
So I
then
grabbed
we
my-
wrote "Rock with You, Baby."
Yeah, it took us about an hour and a half, 2 hours to write that song. I just grabbed the guitar and there it was. And an hour and a half later, we wrote the song, and 3 days later, I set up a recording session. We went in and cut it.
Yeah. And what's funny, I like some of the lines like, "You're moving your hips just like a washing machine."
You got my heart beating like a tambourine. And what a great rockabilly song.
That is
I think it is.
That's fantastic, and I've got to let you know, guys, since we've been playing it here at Galaxy, it's amassed about 1,712 requests.
No
Wow,
kidding.
that's
Wow.
awesome. That's awesome.
It is going through the roof.
Well, thank all your fans for us,
Yeah.
DJ. Man.
Hey, DJ, we want to rock with you, baby. Don't we?
That's right. We sure do.
We want to rock with all the fans.
I tell you what, you might be familiar with this. Let's have a listen.
Hi.
Okay.
This is the legendary Hammond Brothers on Galaxy 107.
Yeah.
All right, sing a song, son. Sing it.
Ah, dear, oh dear. I am sweating.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
Kiwi.
want a window open?
Yeah, Kiwi air conditioning, please. Open the damn window.
Yes, nice to see you.
It's hot in there.
Oh, it is. It is. It's gone to 85.2. It's
Anyone else?
climbing.
Wow, that's pretty warm, man.
Yeah, it is.
Is it gonna start getting cooler there, DJ?
It's starting to show that winter's on its way, if you know what I mean. It's just in that transition.
Rainy.
We got spring on the way, and you got winter on the way. Isn't that
Yeah.
strange?
Yep, it
Oh,
is.
you know, I envy you guys because it's been a pretty harsh winter over there, though,
But
hasn't
we're
it?
a season behind.
Well, over
our
here,
years.
it's been pretty bad. Pretty
Yeah,
rough.
pretty cold. Pretty
Pretty
cold.
cold. Now it's beginning to warm up in the 50s and 60s.
I was talking to a Canadian not so long ago. He's in a place 50 below.
You gonna play what now, DJ?
I was talking to a guy out of Canada, and he was in a place 50 below.
50 below. No thanks. I'm saying right
You
here.
have that place. I wouldn't even. I don't want to even visit.
50 below. My
Too
goodness.
cold for me.
Exactly. And you know, the crazy thing about it is, and this is a true story, a truck driver in Vancouver had an accident, and the OPP, which is the Ontario Provincial Police, they attended the accident. The police sergeant that was on duty heard our radio station in this truck, right? And thought, if there's other truckies out there listening, why not get in touch with us? So for the last 5 years, we've been doing a road conditions in the wintertime for the 400 series that they have there.
No kidding. Wow.
It's all about keeping people safe. It doesn't matter which country or where, you know what I mean?
That's right.
That's a good thing, DJ. You're right.
And since then, the Mounties have got on board as well.
So you have Canadian like Canadian Mounties in your country, sort of like in Canada, same thing.
We have police officers.
Oh, yeah, right.
That's about it. They don't get a good title like Canadian Mounties.
Okay, but that's a pretty big title. Yeah.
Anyway, let's go to the news.
You did a lot that much.
Yeah, good.
give me two cream sugar, stir. Thanks.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, joined by Dale and Gail Hammond, the legends themselves. Now, guys, what was it like being inducted into the Hall of Fame?
It was one of our greatest
Highlights of our whole career.
highlights, of one of the greatest moments of our life. Ray Walker came to us and said, "You've been nominated to join the Rockabilly Hall of Fame." I said, "You kidding?" I said, "You think we'll win?" He said, "I think you're going to get in." And they announced it and said, "You guys are in." And we had to.
At first, when we first went there, they didn't tell us why we were coming. They just said, Ray told us, "We want you guys to come to the Rockabilly Hall of Fame." They were having a concert,
And
we sang. And
they were featuring us at the concert. And that was kind of strange because usually they.
Yeah. So, and the next thing you know, the president of the Rockabilly Hall of Fame with Ray Walker
Came on stage
and said we want to announce some new nominees. And we thought, we didn't know who it was going to be. They said the Hammond Brothers. We like to went backwards.
Joe and Gail, so they announced it directly in the middle of about. I said we've done 3 songs. It was a packed house, packed. So Ray came on stage, the president, and said we'd like to tell the audience who the duet of the year that's going to be in the Rockabilly Hall of Fame permanently for the rest of their lives. It's the Hammond Brothers, and I like to faint it. I said, wow.
But because people like Carl Perkins was in there, Elvis Presley. I mean, that was a pretty big deal for us. An honor, a great honor.
And they said, you guys have done so much in this business, you deserve this for the things you've done for so many people, and the things we've done for charities and things like that. That was a wonderful thing. My great grandchildren could go to the Rockabilly Hall of Fame and still see the Hammond Brothers there long after we're gone.
Or 100 years from now.
100 years from now, and still see our work there, our tapes, our CDs, floppy disk albums, you name it, pictures.
And that makes you, I don't know, that makes you feel like
You're gonna live forever there.
Believe me, I fully get it. I really, really do. Very, very jealous, but very honoured to be able to talk to you about it as well.
Yes.
It's much like YouTube, the Hall of Fame. It'll be there forever and a day. When the dinosaurs come back, you'll still be able to watch the Hammond Brothers with DJ Grant here at Galaxy.
Oh, DJ, we love you, man.
Yeah.
You're the great. You're great.
Having said that, Terry Van Cannon, who's watching us right now, we were talking about Hook, Line and Sinker earlier on, a song that he does. He said he'd be honoured if you would cover it for him as well. He would love that. So,
We'd love to, wouldn't we?
I'd like to hear that, yeah.
well, I tell you what, I'll get Barbara to send you a copy of it, see what you think. Believe me, it's a great song. Bill Dash can kiss my ass. No, it's a line in the song. It really is.
Oh, yeah.
And Terry asked me one day, "Did you get that line?" I knew what he was talking about. I just needed an appropriate time to talk about it. I really did. Now, guys, having said that, and getting you here in New Zealand, I'm saying maybe about 4 shows here in New Zealand. What about doing 8 in Australia as well? Let's make it worthwhile.
We'll have you set it up, DJ, and you'll handle it for us. Let's do it.
Well, Barbara said she had an agency that she books acts. I said, well, absolutely.
So you and Barbara work it out, and we'll come on.
And we'll come, yeah. We'd love to do that.
Yeah, let's do something there, and then we'll do some in Australia.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Make it an Australasian tour. What do you reckon?
Absolutely.
Yes, that'd be awesome. I'm hiring some new promoters to do more promotion work on us over there in Australia now. So, and so all throughout that area. So hopefully, by the time everything, the COVID goes away, we'll all go to work.
It gets better.
And we'll bring Teddy too, right?
Yes, we will. We'll bring him with us.
Have a little drink with Tony.
I love that. Oh, yeah, I love that.
We got to do our Kenny Rogers thing.
Oh, yeah. What God told you? How many times have I told you?
I like Kenny Rogers.
We're doing interviews. You can't be doing this.
I like Kenny Rogers.
What do you want to do now?
We played celebrity ball, softball with Kenny Rogers and
We love Kenny.
Alice Cooper, and we tore them up. We tore their asses up.
Hey, wait, stop saying that word. You can't say that word.
It's just the word ass.
I know that, but you said, I said,
Leo say it. DJ, would you say that?
Yeah, of course I would if I was talking about a mule.
That's what you say. All
We're
right.
talking about a mule.
Yeah,
There you go. Yeah, Kenny Rogers was a mule.
Every time we start doing interviews or something, Gail will want to try to do a solo. He's trying to be the solo act of the Hammond Bros.
No, I'm not.
Stop. What do you want to do then?
I wanted to sing just a little tiny bit of that Kenny Rogers
He
song.
tries to impersonate Kenny Rogers.
Go on.
Go on and go ahead and do
Let me
it.
grab this.
And I don't know, DJ, what I'm going to do with him. Every time I turn around, he tries to act like Kenny Rogers. He loved Kenny Rogers, and we knew him, we loved him, and Gil tries to act like him. Will you please stop that?
Did you paint a pure lips and roll, curled your tinted hair? Oh, Ruby, are you constipated?
It's not constipated. Gail, how many times have I told you? Contemplating, not constipated. You can't... See, if Kenny Rogers was live right now, he'd be upset with you.
Forget it, you do this every time.
But you can't say
just because I missed a word.
Well, you said constipated instead of contemplating.
Well, it was
I
constipated.
understand, but you can't do that on national television.
I'm sorry, BJ.
It's quite all right. It's quite all right. Believe me. Kenny passed away not so long ago, didn't he?
Say that again, DJ. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Kenny passed away not so long ago, didn't he?
Oh, he did. He did. And he was a wonderful guy. We played ball with him in Las Vegas at they had a celebrity tournament, and we had Alice Cooper there. And the funniest part was Alice Cooper there. His hair was kind of looked kind of rough. And I said, "Hey, Mr. Cooper, because he's a superstar." I said, "Mr. Cooper, I mean, do you ever?" He was messing with his hair. I said, "Man, what do you do to your hair?" He said, "Nothing. I haven't combed it in 2 years."
But I thought that was funny. We love Alice Cooper. What a great guy.
Oh, what a great entertainer.
And Kenny was a great guy. I said, Kenny, man, we made it. We're playing celebrity softball with Kenny Rogers. He said, yeah, you guys had made it. He made it, yeah. That was great. We loved it.
But he was making the money though, right?
He was making more money than we were.
A lot more money, yeah.
Well, you never know. Next time around, somebody might be able to have a game with you as well. But having said that, we are going to be interviewing Alice's daughter, Calico, very, very shortly.
No kidding.
Yeah, and the first question out of my mouth, you can guarantee it, is, are you really the $1 Million Baby?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'll bet.
You would have to. I mean, it would be remiss of me if I didn't. And believe me, Terry, I've already spoken about it. Yes, we'll send over a copy of that song for you, for the Hammond Brothers. You never know. They might do a cover of it for you. How lucky is that? But in the meantime, guys, Like a Train. Now tell me all about this, because believe me, this one is going ballistic here at Galaxy.
No kidding.
Awesome.
You know, we were in a show with, I don't know if you've ever heard of Sheb Woolley.
Yep.
He was on Rawhide. We did a show with him. He said, Gail, can you do a train? I said, I've never tried. He said, well, try it. And I went, whoa.
And that's on the record.
I said, let's put that on the record and do that. And it fitted. So we wrote the song in about, what, 3 hours?
About less than that, probably. Maybe a couple of hours we had it written. But
I put it, instead of, I didn't want to use a real train. I just wanted to do it myself.
Now, the Hammond Brothers we love women, and we love relationships. But he's talking about like a train, how we get that. But that gives us, we always had an idea about the guys that get their heart broke and go through life with on a rough time. So we come up with a song Like a Train.
So he put the tracks behind him, railroad tracks behind him, forgot about it and got on with his life. But it's a good song. I love the tempo. I love the song.
Well, I got to let you know, 2,300 requests. Believe me, this is going out of the park right here at Galaxy. Like a Train. Here's the Hammond Brothers.
Hi, I'm Dale. And I'm Gail. Together we're the Hammond Brothers. You're listening to Galaxy 107.
I love it.
Oh dear, we attach these to your songs all the time now, guys.
Thanks, DJ. We love to have fun, and you guys are a lot of fun to work with. I'll tell you that.
We love to have fun as well. Oh, did you see about that James Bond movie not so long ago? The last.
The latest James Bond movie. I haven't seen it.
Okay. As you know, it's what's his name's last movie that he's doing is James Bond, right?
Right.
Daniel Craig. And while he was filming that, he broke his leg.
No kidding.
Yeah, he was down for 6 to 8 weeks, if you know what I mean. Now, if you've got anything to do with television or making movies or anything, that's a huge amount of time to have a star down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it sure is.
So
right.
The management got together and they were tossing the idea of making James Bond a female for the next James Bond. right?
No, that'll be cool. I did not know that.
They put it out there on the internet, on the interwebby thing, and everybody went, no way. Ian Fleming wrote, James Bond is a man, keep him as a man. Moneypenny's good as Moneypenny, but you can't make a James Bond, fair enough. So,
Right, I see the point.
So
I see the point.
now the management and all the franchise owners and everything have compromised, and he's gay.
Oh no! No kidding.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what they're going
That's it, here.
Yeah. You know what they're going to call him?
What?
07.
It's happened, Dave. It's okay to be good, boy. James.
You just got to wonder what he's going to do with this Walter PPK, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I don't want to think about that.
Oh my goodness. I told that joke to the Hammond Brothers. Oh God.
He's naughty.
Oh, there's worse things in life, really, there is. Oh dear, oh dear. Barbara, what are you doing? You're making sign signals.
I'm telling everyone you're naughty.
I'm naughty. Oh, hell yes. I was brought up that way.
I hope DJ gets in trouble. I hope you don't get us in trouble, DJ.
Well, I was
Maybe a little bit.
I was kicked out of Catholic school.
Or I hope we don't get you in trouble.
No, that's impossible. Let's go back to the desk.
Okay.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Hello, they brought in their own doctor.
He's not a doctor. This is Jim. He owns the hotel. This is Jim. He owns this hotel.
Hi, Jim. Hi, Jim. Hi, Jim.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
How's the living room service? I'll let you back to work.
Jim, just before you go, you went. Jim,
He's here. He's still here.
give us a plug for your hotel.
We're at the Best Western Plus Riviera Suites in beautiful Paradise, Pennsylvania. It's Amish country here. Got 95 rooms, indoor, outdoor pool, full service restaurant. Very rural here. It's a great place to visit. Lots of shows in the area, lots of entertainment.
They even had the Hammond Brothers play here. That's right.
Only an hour from Philadelphia, about 3 hours from New York. It's a great getaway from the congested cities.
And now that you've taken that out to 114 cities around the world, the Hammond stay for nothing, right?
Oh,
Yes,
no.
they do.
Of course we do.
Because they sing through their room.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah,
They
okay.
sing through their room.
Fair enough, too. Fair
Hey,
enough.
everybody. I'll go back to room service.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you,
Bye.
Jim.
See you guys. Good to see you guys.
Thanks.
Hey, nice meeting you in New Zealand too.
Yeah, and stop imitating a doctor.
It's not them take a doctor. Right. They're very nice people. They're good to us here. When we come to in this area, everybody just goes out of the way to be good and nice to the Hammond Brothers. And we're so thankful for that.
Absolutely, and I know why. Look at you guys, you're legends. Of course everybody goes out of their way. Just wondering though, at the same time, do you drive yourselves or do you hop on buses and stuff like that?
No. Usually it depends on how far we have to go. We'll fly, and then we'll have a limousine pick us up at the airport and take us to the hotel. And it depends on how long we're going to be there. It depends. Sometimes we'll go out. We'll be out for like 60 days. We'll take a bus, and then we'll have a bus crew that goes with us that takes care of us pretty much.
Fair
It works
enough.
out great. Yeah.
Fair enough.
If it's far away, sometimes we'll send a bus and they'll take off ahead of us, and then Dell and I will fly if we're recording. Trying to finish recording. It depends on what we're doing, but we love riding the bus and touring, and stopping to each town and going and visit with the people. Wake up in the middle of the night, all you hear is I couldn't sleep for over a month. I got used to hearing that Prevost bus engine, and man, I couldn't sleep. Unless we heard the engine. Unless I heard that engine roaring. So I mean, it's not loud; it's just purrs. And DJ, we like to go to the fairs. When we play the fair circuit, we'll go from town to town playing fairs, and we love carny food. I don't know why. Corn dogs and cotton candy. I don't know why, but we like it. And lemonade. But we love the bus. It's a very comfortable. It's like being at home. But love late at night, staying up late at night, laughing, writing our songs on the bus, and just and meeting all the new people. Every city's got someone new. There's
That's
always
right.
someone new.
There's always an adventure in it.
Life is an adventure. It should be that way for everybody, right?
DJ, from one adventure to the next. The Hammond Brothers, that's who we are. From one adventure to the next. We love it.
You know, guys, I can relate to that. Believe me, I toured the world with a very famous band that came out of Australia with 4 letters to the name, and went around about 36 months. We toured with this particular band, and they. When we signed up with this, they says, don't worry about it, you'll get the cars and everything when you get out of the airport, just look for the girls with the signs, you'll get the cars, traffic will you everywhere. And of course, the big in excess bus turned up, and everybody on the staff and everything went there, and I'm still looking for my card, and this lady's holding up my name, and then the limo turns up, and of course the band members get in the limo, and away they go, and I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to get a limo. Yeah, no, I got a B dub.
Right. You got what,
Right.
DJ?
I got the B dub.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Hey, but at least got transportation.
That's right. You got it.
Yeah, well, I could almost call her pretty as well.
Oh boy.
Depending on
That's good.
depending on how you interpret that, I really, really do.
I got it.
But we used to have valets as well, and literally. These guys, and it was a big production. We had 3 stages. One that was being worked on, one that was being built, and of course one that was being torn down, if you know what I mean. So we would hopscotch around. We had valets. Every 10 of us had somebody who was going to take care of us. If we wanted anything, of course, we just let them know, and it came in-house if we wanted it. But they wanted us to do all the... go and see the museums, go and see the art museums, go and see the paintings, everything like that, meet the mayors, do all the dignitary stuff. And believe me, after about, a number of months of this, we used to try and ditch these guys, right?
Yeah,
Right.
And I got to a place called Amsterdam, and I ditched this guy. I literally ditched this guy. Went running up the street, and I found this, this building, and it had these stairs in it. I went running up the stairs, and at the top of the stairs it said, traditional country dancing. And I'm thinking to myself, great, just come out of America, we're going to get some boot scooting going on, let's go and check this out. As I walked through the door, hundreds of people in native garb dancing, literally Dutch people dancing, you know what I mean, and bright colours, all sorts of things. It was fantastic to run into, I've got to be honest with you, up until the point where I had this little blonde lady come up to me, brilliant blue eyes, big smile, angelic face. She goes, do you clog?
What was her number, DJ? What was it?
I don't know, I never got it because I said, no, I'm a Kiwi, only if I eat cheese.
Okay. Wow. But you didn't clog, right?
No, I didn't clog, no. Not unless I ate cheese.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's the only time I clog, literally.
That's funny.
That's funny. Clog dancing is pretty interesting. Tennessee, a lot of clog dancers live in Tennessee. Did you know that?
No, I didn't. No.
Oh, yeah.
It's a remarkable dance.
It's actually from Irish people started it. I think out of Ireland mainly.
I believe it originated from Ireland, I believe.
But Tennessee's a lot of Irish cloggers still live here and Scottish.
I was rather concerned because at some stages there it looked like it could be rather tricky having wooden shoes on a highly polished wooden floor.
Well, that would be very tricky.
DJ, how do they do it? I don't know how they do it. They've got incredible balance.
Well, in Tennessee, they put cleats, steel cleats on their shoes.
So so it can be heard even louder.
Okay.
It's remarkable. Those people can dance. They can dance.
Okay, well the only thing we use cleats for here is actually rugby football boots. You know what I mean?
Right. But these aren't cleats. They're kind of little metal half moons that you put on the heel of your shoe, and one in the front. So they can just
taps.
Yeah, kind of like taps. Yeah, tap dancing.
Very, very cool. Now, I got to let you know, guys, the show has just picked up. Ashley Pater is joining us. This young lady, Anna, I got to let you know this, only just turned 18. We celebrated her birthday last week with her and her father and May, the mother. Now, she's got 3 songs on the Galaxy charts right now, top 40.
Wow.
Unheard of. This is legendary stuff. And Ashley, the Hammond Brothers.
Hey, Ashley.
Ashley, happy birthday to you.
Yeah, it's her birthday today.
It was last week.
That's what. Well, happy birthday. Let's sing it for her.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ashley. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Ashley.
Happy birthday.
There you go. They're better than I could have ever done it, and believe me, you don't want to hear me singing, Ashley. You really don't. But big fan of yours, I really, really am. Hi to Dad, and also to May. Very, very big hi to all of the family out there in Canada. Now, guys, I have to take us to the #1 most requested song of the Hammond Brothers, Susie. Tell me all about it.
Isn't that wonderful? Susie,
That's very interesting. We had a young girl who died.
her and her sister,
Beth. When we were little boys, we played spin the bottle with them. With Beth and Susie. And Susie had passed on, and we'd heard about it. You know, it was like she'd been gone for 15 years. And then we started thinking about it, and then we decided to start writing a song about Susie.
right? We didn't want to make it real sad. We wanted to make it happy.
Happy because Susie was a happy girl and danced and all that kind of stuff. And
She was a blonde
spin the
hair.
bottle.
Yeah, right. She was a blonde haired, blue eyed, pretty little thing at 14, 15 years old. And we kind of grew up with her. But when we turned a certain age,
We left at 14.
We left at 14
15.
years old, 15 years old, to record and to travel, to take off on our own adventure. She had passed away in an automobile accident at 16 or so.
I think
16 or
it was.
so.
I'm not sure exactly how she died, but
Yeah, I heard an automobile accident.
Yeah, I heard that, yeah.
Anyway, we wrote the song for her, and I thought it turned out really, really good.
what it was, we were thinking about the song. We was thinking about her one day, and I said, "Gil, we never wrote a song for Susie," so we came up with a song, "Susie Baby," right?
Susie Baby, yeah.
And then we did it.
Yeah.
That was it.
Well, I got to be honest with you guys. Believe me, you've 2,977 requests since we've been playing it. But
Wow.
I got to admit, I think a part of that fame also is the connotation that DJ Grant drinks moonshine. How did you come to this?
Right. Well, listen.
Well, at least one of the Hammond brothers do.
Well, you know, I take a nip of new moonshine every now and then, DJ.
Grant, I'm trying to get him to quit. He's got to quit.
I'll quit if DJ quits.
You're gonna quit.
I'll
And
quit
DJ,
if he quits.
And DJ, you're gonna have to quit. I can't let you have him drinking moonshine.
Well,
You have to quit.
I'm sorry, I'm not about to give it up, to be very honest with
Oh
you.
no.
I'm not giving mine up either. I gotta have a sip every now and then.
Maybe I'll have to join you then.
Hey, no, seriously. I know a place where I can send you some this unbelievable
Tennessee moonshine.
incredible. I'm going to send you some.
I dare you. In fact, I double dare you. I really, really do.
No, I'm seriously.
Are
I'm
we
not
gonna get
getting
in trouble for that?
I don't think we
No.
You can't actually. It's quite legal here in New Zealand, so don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But
But it,
Tennessee moonshine is smooth, DJ.
This
I will
is so
say that.
smooth. It's like you can't. It's just like water. It's so sweet and so good. About 30 minutes later, you don't know your name. I mean, seriously.
well, I tell you what,
This is good.
I had
Good
some
stuff.
not so long ago, Gail, and believe me, it came from the Appalachians. A young lady called Michelle Lee sent me some.
Right. Make sure that Barbara gives me the address where to send. Oh wow! A gold
wow, that's
watch.
beautiful.
Oh, look at that!
Wow, that's gorgeous.
Oh, look at that!
Oh, to Grant, that's
Oh,
beautiful, man.
wow!
It's actually a hip flask, and it contains some Appalachian finest. I got to be honest with you. Now, little story about this, and you appreciate this. She's a
Okay.
10-time Josie Award winner, right?
Oh yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
Her name is Michelle Lee. Now, she says to me, Grant, let's have this on a special occasion. I couldn't think of a better occasion. In fact, we were holding out for New Year's Eve. I've got to be honest, she was part of the New Year's Eve show we were doing. And then she informed us that she just won her 10th Josie Award, and I says, right, let's get into it.
Wow.
Now,
That's fantastic.
In fact, the Josie Award, we won Duet of the Year last year. There.
Wow, oh, look at that! Look at the cup.
Oh, that's beautiful. Wow.
We're gonna, hey, DJ, we're gonna send you something too, as well, and Barbara too. But we did the Josie Awards how long ago?
It's
Last
been-
year,
I
or the year
think-
before last?
Year before last, we were
nominated
Duet
for
of the Year. Yeah.
Duo of the Year, and we won it. They're really gracious people and nice people there. The Josies are, and we appreciate them. We really
It
do.
was a lot of fun doing it too.
we've
It's a
been,
big show.
we've been
It's a great
following, literally, we've been following now for about 5-6 years all the artists that go and perform and get Josie Awards, everything like that. Anyway, 10 times she won this, and I thought, couldn't think of a better time to have a little celebration with my good friend Michelle Lee. And she goes, all right, Grant, I'll get the husband to go and get me something out of the freezer in a week. Freezer?
Fantastic. That's fantastic.
All right.
Why the freezer?
We'll send you something too.
Nice. Well, she says to me, you got to keep it cold. And I went, oh, because I'd just poured some out of the hip flask that had been sitting on the shelf, room temperature, for a couple of weeks, you know what I mean? So I'm sitting there pouring it out, and she goes, no, it's got to be in the freezer, it's got to be cold. I'm going, no. She goes, well, okay, sip it. We're Kiwis. We don't sip shit.
You just kill it. You kill it.
Threw it right on back. You know what? I got tore up from the floor up.
Yes, he did.
Wow. No kidding. So DJ, how was the drink? How was it?
If you want to put it in the words of maybe a colour, say fiery bright red. I could glow in dark after having one of those, literally.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That hit you hard.
It really did. In fact, after I did the show, and I don't know how the heck I managed to do the show, I ended up on the staff couch for a day.
Wow.
Just one, literally. Now, I'm going to let you know, I've spent time in Newport, just out of Nashville. I've been to some very, very huge places in Nashville, including the Grand Ole Opry, and I'm going to talk about that very, very shortly. But at the same time, I used to say with a group of guys that would disappear at night time, come back in the morning with containers full of jars, you know what I mean? Called them mason jars, stuff like that.
Yeah, clear stuff.
So I'm kind of used to having some, but it's been a number of years. So when I took that, I thought, no worries. I'm a Kiwi, I can deal with it.
Absolutely.
What a fool.
They said that New Zealanders are very tough people. That's what I've heard. That you guys can do a lot of stuff.
Very resilient.
Resilient,
No,
yes,
yeah.
resilient. That's the word.
That's a better word.
That is the truth. We are very, very resilient. We're very friendly. And at the same time, we could say we're steeped in culture, if you know what I mean. We would love to be able to show you some of our native culture here in New Zealand while you're here as well. You would love it. You will.
DJ, the Hammond Brothers my mother was Cherokee Indian, and my father was from Germany, in Germany, that area. So we're kind of a mixture from America. Because America is a melting pot anyway, right?
Well, here's something that maybe you might not know. You see Old Glory behind me there?
We do.
Yeah.
I was born in Phoenix.
No kidding.
No, you're kidding me.
Yeah, we used to live in Mesa.
We lived in Mesa, Apache Junctions, Scottsdale.
Okay, well, I don't remember the place myself personally, but my father came from Tucson, and my mother came from Edinburgh, Scotland.
Wow. Isn't that something? Wow.
And I got left here in New Zealand. Literally, my father was a technician for Television New Zealand at the time. They brought him over because we only had one channel, and we were gearing up for multiple channels. He was head of doing that, and the Vietnam War came along, and he got recruited. Left me here thinking that this was the safest country in the world. Now, I don't know whether that's a blessing or not. I've got to be honest with you. But I have been back to America. I have met up with my parents in the past, before they passed away, and I really put the skinny on them. You know what I mean? What's going on? Why did you do this?
Well, DJ, the Lord works in mysterious ways. You're supposed to be there.
Yeah,
That's right. Yeah.
You're supposed to be there.
absolutely.
And we're glad we're here. We're glad you're there, and we're going to be glad one day when we can come there.
Yeah.
Yes.
DJ, when do you think things will clear up where people can international travel again? What do you think?
I would hate to put a date on it, and I'll tell you why. You may have noticed this. Believe me, every time somebody gets anywhere close to doing something, we have another wave coming in around the world. You know what I mean?
It's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy.
Crazy.
And to me, it denotes intelligence. If you've got stuff, there's one there you can't detect anymore. I mean, that's a definite WTF right there. You know what?
I think we're just going to have to let go of all this and just dive in and hope for the best. I think everything will be all right. Mankind is going to survive, right?
Well,
But what will kill us, DJ, is not have music. Music we need. We need entertainment. We gotta have it.
Not only does it soothes our minds, it enlarges our hearts,
Tames the savage beast.
and it tames the savage beast in all of us.
And
So,
it's the universal language, isn't it?
it is,
Yes.
and I've said that many times. Music is a universal language.
It really, really is. And I got to be right there with you. In fact, I was talking to a young man that's moved from Baltimore, Maryland to Florida because they're actually doing some work there. He goes, you know, Grant, as soon as I moved here, Texas opened up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
There you go. There you go. Yeah.
People,
I'll tell you, DJ.
Well, Tennessee's opened up pretty much too. Yeah.
Tennessee's open, Florida's opening up, Texas is open, so it's getting there. It's slow, but it's getting there.
exactly. And at the same time, you get a bonus. You're able to get yourself a vaccination every now and again for it. But here's a stat that you may be interested in. Here in New Zealand, we've had 28 people die of the COVID virus out of 5 million people. And 500 have died in the past couple of years from meningitis and other diseases. So believe me, it's it kind of pales by comparison. I mean, people have died here in New Zealand from the measles over the last couple of years, more so than we've ever had from COVID virus. You know what I mean?
That's right. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Exactly.
DJ, I don't want to say it's not real, because I believe it is real, but I think a lot of it is exaggerated. I really do.
And they're taking it too far.
I think they took it too far.
But the thing too is you got to ask the question. It's only 3 letters. Why?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, why?
And we're all puzzled about that, right?
Exactly. It
Exactly.
doesn't matter where the origins of it came from. Doesn't matter the cause of it. We just want to know why the hell we're going through this.
Why
Crazy.
are we? Yeah.
And we want to get back to normal. That's what we want.
Absolutely. Guys, I think we got a little off the track here. Let's go with Susie, then we'll be right back. Here's the Hammond Brothers
All right, Susie,
and
baby.
their
All right, Susie.
legendary song, Susie, right here at Galaxy.
We love you, Susie.
Love you, Susie.
Together we're the Hammond Brothers, and you're listening to Galaxy 107. You know, when I grow up, I want to be just like DJ Grant.
But DJ Grant, Gal, he drinks moonshine. You know that.
I'm going to drink mine.
Gal, stop that. Put that down. You can't drink on the air.
No,
DJ does, right? That's what you're
DJ
doing.
does.
Okay, Gal. Hey, listen, I hope everybody out there is listening to our brand new single called
Susie.
Stop that. It's called Susie. We love you guys. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Yes, we're crazy.
I had some that day, didn't I?
We did have some. You should tell people we really did have some.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Anthony's back again. He's watching again. Oh dear. So, you've worked with people like Glenn Campbell.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Glenn was a great friend of ours. We loved him, and we really missed him.
We were
Yeah.
playing. He was playing what, the Aladdin?
Frontier
He was
Hotel.
playing was it Frontier? Glenn was at the Frontier, right?
With Frontier Hotel.
He was playing the main room. We were in the.
No, the first time we played the Riviera,
Right.
And
Right.
then we were different rooms. Then we went to the Frontier, and we opened for Glenn. And I remember we'd see him. He'd be going on stage as we would just come off, and we'd go backstage and get to talk, and we became great friends. And we just loved who he was, a good person. He had a lot of sadness in his life, but somehow overcome it and become a great superstar. Glenn was a superstar.
He was a great guy. We'd go to his dressing room and he'd say, "What do you want to drink?" I'd say, "I'd like some iced tea, sweet iced tea. I love sweet iced tea." But so he'd have iced tea brought to the room, and we'd take the guitar and I'd play mine. He'd play his.
We'd sing all night.
And he's a hell of a guitar player. He was a session guitar player before he ever became a great singer.
And he was part of the Beach Boys.
He was part of the Beach Boys, and he paid us the greatest compliment. He said, just before, this was the last time we saw him, he said, "Whoever says the Hammond Brothers can't sing, they have an ear without a hole." I said, "Who?" And that's what it's the exact words he said. I said, "Glenn, we want you to know we love you and appreciate you. Thank you for helping us along the way." Mac Davis is another guy, was a good friend. What a great guy.
And Mac, we just lost him too, just recently.
Mac Davis, yeah.
Yeah.
Great, wrote a lot of songs for Elvis. And
In fact, we cut one of the Elvis songs
in the ghetto.
in the ghetto. Mac wrote.
That's what in the ghetto, yeah. There's
Unfortunately,
another story behind that.
we didn't have time to play that one today, but maybe, just
So-
maybe, you might be interested in coming back and doing another interview very shortly with us.
I
Absolutely.
absolutely. You let DJ, you just let us know, and we'll be there.
Awesome.
We totally, completely support your show. We think it's great, and we're happy to be part of it. Anytime.
Awesome, thank you. Tell me, is Paul Anker as short as he looks?
Is it?
Say again.
Is Paul Anker as short as he looks?
Yes, he is.
We shouldn't be saying that though.
Well, actually, he's a little bit shorter, but you know, DJ,
He was a nice guy though.
he's a nice guy. You know, the first time in Vegas, we met Liberace, and he said, "Who are you?" I said, "We're the Hammond Brothers." He said, "What do you want?" I said, "We'd like to sing you a song." "Okay, go ahead." So we sang to him. He said, "Beautiful harmony. What do you need?" I said, "We need to get booked." So he called his manager, Seymour Heller, and Seymour's the guy that cusses every other breath and smokes a cigar. He said, "I don't care what you do, book these guys. I love them." And we
Nice.
were booked solid.
The next thing you know, he introduced us to Walter Kane.
Anyway,
And Walter had us at
Oh, no,
every
right.
major hotel in Las Vegas.
Hold on, right, let's go to the desk. Yeah, I know, I'm getting tighter all the time. I really, really am. Getting me tighter and my nuts will be screwed off. But having said that, right here today, joined by legends Dale and Gail Hammond. Absolutely, it is an absolute honour to have these young men joining us here at Galaxy. It really, really is. And of course, playing the music now. Guys, we are going to have to wrap this up right now, but please don't go anywhere just yet. We've got a couple of things that we do after the show. But for everybody that's been joining us on Facebook Live, including Anthony Ligori, nice to have you with us. Please have a very happy and successful day. If you're going to watch it later over on YouTube, you know what to do. Yep, sub, thumb, bell, bingo. You got it. Have a good day. But in the meantime, guys, hang in there. I'll just switch it over to the other channel, and we'll have a bit of the Bay City Rollers.
we're live.